Driver, start your engine!
Gianmarco Ercoli has to be the favourite with the home crowd behind him, but can he hold the lead for 18 laps here at Vallelunga? We find out now as we go racing. It's Ercoli versus Girelli on the run down to the first corner, and Gianmarco Ercoli leads the way. Tobias Dauenhauer moves up into second place there by the looks of it. It was side by side between Dauenhauer and Girelli. Oh, but no, Girelli has somehow just about held on to second place around the outside at Curva Grande. Very impressive from him. A couple of cars have had damage. Thomas Tuffel is also running around with his bonnet up over the roof, and oh dear, the 27 car has had an incident as well. The double V racing car of Atiennes has found the wall coming out of Roma. I dare say that with all of that bodywork down on the circuit and the 27 car facing the wrong way, as we can see, getting a replay now. Looked like Atiennes did that all on his own, unfortunately. The rolling start for the second time in this race signals the return to green flag action. We are racing, and once again, Jimmy Ercoli with a brilliant getaway. He undisputedly leads going into Curva Grande. It's getting a bit too close for comfort there, though, between Giuffreau and Hazemans. Hazemans holds on to third position. Paul Giuffreau there took the curve and I think was briefly airborne going through Curva Grande. Look at Tobias Dauenhauer though. He's under pressure from Ulysse Del So, who dives to the inside. In fact, no, my apologies. That's the 64 of Lucas Lasser. Ulysse Del So has lost out big time. He's potentially fallen all the way out of the top 10, but Lucas Lasser, the driver who led the championship coming out of Valencia, Tobias Dauenhauer tries to go around the outside of Lucas Lasser. Dauenhauer trying to find the grip. We've seen Hazemans do this run around the outside, but a collision between the two. Dauenhauer gets unsettled by a collision between himself and Lucas Lasser, and he drops down to 7th. He then tags Vladimir Osiortsis, and a bit of a push to pass there from Tobias Dauenhauer. And Vladimir Osiortsis was really the innocent party in that. He wasn't the one that tagged Dauenhauer. That was Lucas Lasser. And now it's all getting a bit too rough and ready because Mark Goossens has gotten past Vladimir Osiortsis, and Osiortsis has the elbows out. Ulysse Del So is also involved in this. Lap 14 begins with Gianmarco Ercoli still there in the lead. Vittorio Girelli, though, unlike the first portion of this race, since the restart, has been able to shadow Ercoli every inch of the way against making the move up the inside. However, he's right there on the back of Gianmarco Ercoli now, and surely this could be an opportunity. He dives to the inside going into turn 8. He's on the grass, he's on the sausage curb, and somehow he avoids Gianmarco Ercoli. But that was a heart-in-mouth moment for Vittorio Girelli. He had a really quite a half-hearted look to the inside there, realised it wasn't going to pay off for him. Oh, and Girelli with a snap there at turn 4 under braking. I think he might be having a bit of a problem with the brakes. Maybe he's got a bit of a long pedal, because we've seen him outbrake himself and have issues under braking a couple of times in quick succession, but this time it's cost him. Girelli down to 4th place. Gianmarco Ercoli takes his 3rd victory in 3 races here in front of his home fans in Rome. Paul Giuffreau takes 2nd ahead of Liam Hazemans. Lucas Lasser takes 4th place. Massive result though for Jimmy Ercoli and Cal Racing. They secure another victory after sweeping the American Speed Fest at Brands Hatch. They move on to the American Festival of Rome at Vallelunga. It's It's a good start, though, from both he and Alberto Naska. It's a drag race down to the first corner on lap 1 of 15. Giuffreau on the inside, Naska on the outside. Who leads? It looks like it's going to be Alberto Naska. Naska carries the speed around the outside at Curva Grande, and he does indeed lead the race in the early stages. Giuffreau in second place, side by side further back. One of the Vic Motorsport cars goes very, very, very wide indeed. Capelli, though, dives to the outside line. He's late on the brakes, squeezes Siortis out. Fourth place for Claudio Remigio Capelli, although Siortis tried to hold on the inside line. Vladimiros Siortis in the number 5 is in P5, or make it P6, because here comes Martin Dubek. Dubek dives up the inside, Thomas Tafel as well, and Melvin de Groot gets past Siortis as well. Vladimiros Siortis, the points leader, the driver that has taken every victory so far in the Euro NASCAR 2 season. I make it 8th position at the moment. Siortis got past Dubek there at turn 7. Vladimiros Siortis critically back up into 5th position. On the first lap of the race, when he got to turn 7 in 5th place, I said that was about as bad as it could get for his first lap. He then lost more places, being muscled out of the way. And Claudio Remigio Capelli there, I think, may have just played a very smart move. He just allowed Siortis by there. No battling at all from the bearded Italian. Of course, with so much drama already, one would say we're quite lucky to have avoided a safety car. You're Alberto Naska, you're mightily relieved that we haven't seen one. You see, he takes a fairly central approach to the corner. He doesn't go all the way out, just trying to be as smooth as possible. Patrick Schauber is right there with Melvin de Groot. Claudio Remigio Capelli is losing time to Thomas Dombrowski. Melvin de Groot and Patrick Schauber, they're in the midst of battle here. Can Schauber find a way past the 69 car? Can Schauber get back to 5th position, the place he should have started this race? He's certainly got the speed to do so. Oh, and Melvin de Groot goes wide. That's 7th place then for Patrick Schauber. Next target, Thomas Dombrowski. Got to try not to overheat the brakes. Lap traffic there for Schauber. That's not another position gained. That is the recovering late starter, the number 38 car. Vladimiros Siortis is all over the back of Gil Linster. This is the battle for the podium. Can Siortis get to the inside? He has a look to the inside line. Linster has to give him a little bit of room. They're still side by side exiting turn 10. Siortis with the outside for turn 11. And he's hoping Linster goes deep so he can cut back. He tries it, he succeeds. Who gets the power down better? Oh, I'd say it was Linster by a fraction, but Siortis has the inside line. He tries to push Linster wide going through the S's, but it's not to be. Linster just about holds on. He goes shallow out of the corner to try and make sure Siortis has to take the outside around Roma. Turn 14, the final corner. Now, traditionally, as we have seen at turn 4, Siortis is much later on the brakes. Does it come to pass again? Linster covers off the inside wisely. Siortis is once again later and deeper on the brakes. Tries to go around the outside at 4 and then 5. And he just about manages to stay on terra firma. Linster carried the speed nicely, defended nicely, didn't wipe off too much of his speed. Siortis has a little speculative look to the inside, but he's too far back. But who is going to be on the 3rd step of the podium? Oh, it's going to be contact, and does Vladimiros Siortis pass him? No. He stays alongside Linster, but then gets through anyway. Alberto Naska rounds the final corner for the final time. The checkered flag awaits Alberto Naska, who crosses the line to take the win. Paul Giuffreau takes 2nd. Alberto Naska, though, is your race winner. He secures his first win of the 2023 Euro NASCAR 2 season. The sticker will go to him. The trophy will go to him. And I'm sure this will be a popular win among the Italian faithful here. The 54 Cal Racing car is once again en route to victory lane.